On this episode of Street Rat Garage, we are going back to the Indianapolis Police impound auction, and we will be doing that online. So let's get started. Now, this auction is located here in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is where pretty much all of the police impounds go. You have your vehicles that were in accidents, you have your vehicles that were tagged, that were sitting on the road without any plates or anything on it, and then you have your arrests. So anybody that was driving down the street, didn't have a driver's license, or was arrested for any reason, their vehicle got impounded. It went to the police impound lot, and they never come back and got it. And all these vehicles are put up for sale. So it's actually only a small percent of people that were arrested or got pulled over that are actually in there. Probably there's about 140 cars, I think, 135 cars in this auction, and probably out of 135, probably only, I would say, about 15 or 20% of those, maybe 15%, are people that got pulled over and their vehicles went to impound because they didn't have a driver's license or whatever. But I would say half of those vehicles that are there, they've been in accidents, so there's some repair work to do. And probably the other portion are vehicles that were left alongside the road in back alleyways with no license plates on it, flat tires, or what have you. And then their cars got impounded and taken, and then they never went and got them back for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't want them. Maybe they owed money on them. Maybe they thought they got repoed. Who knows? But let's take a look at some of these, though. So just to give you a real quick idea before we really jump into anything, let's take this vehicle. This is a 2008 Saturn. Right now it has a bid of $450. We can go to these pictures and we can tell a little bit about it. It has 187,000 miles on it. It's 2008. It has keys. It runs. It says it went into gear, but the motor was knocking, so that's not a great one. Sold. So that's why it only sold for $450. So that is probably a good example of one that was impounded for being parked out on the street, because there's a problem with that car. They didn't want to deal with it. They probably just went and bought another one and just left it sit out on the street. It got tagged, and they didn't care. It went to the impound lot. So a lot of these cars don't have keys to them, and they do make some keys for some cars. They have key guys that go out there and start cutting keys for the cars they think that are good. Or another way they get keys is they send a letter to the person saying your car's in impound. Then when they call up and ask them what they have to do, there's like, well, you can either pay this fine or you can, relinquish the car to us. And a lot of times that involves bringing the keys to them, so they get the keys that way sometimes as well. But a lot of these cars that they don't deem to be worthy of spending the extra $75, whatever they have to pay for it, they don't even bother to make keys for it. Like a lot of these wrecked ones that people get out and they just take the keys with them, they don't bother having a key made for them because they really don't care. Now, I am a little bit late to the game. The auction had already started before I got here by about a half an hour or so. I was too busy running around and then trying to get set up for this broadcast. So I did miss a couple of them that I was interested in, but fortunately we can go back and have a look to see at least what they sold for. Now, one of those vehicles that I was really interested in is this 2010 Chevy Silverado. It had some damage on it. It looked like something, I don't know, fell on the hood, or I have no idea what happened here. But as we can see on the sticker, it had 190,000 miles. That's pretty good for a 2010 truck. I mean, they last for a very long time. We can see it has keys, the engine runs, it went into gear. And this is an okay shape. This might have been probably not wrecked, but it has damage here, but that might have been some pre-existing damage. This looks more like something somebody got pulled over in. Notice there's no marks on the tires. Marks on the tires usually indicate that, it had been sitting somewhere and somebody marked the tires to see if it was moving or not. I mean, there is a little damage on this back side, but that's not enough damage to have the truck towed in for any reason. But it has the 5.3 in it. There was a video somewhere of it running and driving, not running and driving, but what they do is they put a video up here and they will go.
We have a 2015 Chevy Silverado.
They would go through and show you kind of a shaky, shaky picture. It's not very good, but at least you can hear the engine run. And they'll tell you when in a gear. They'll open up some of the doors. You can see a little bit better than what you can in some of the still pictures, but the camera work is it's bad.
We have a 2015 Chevy.
But at least you get a little bit of extra. The most important part is hearing the engine run. Make sure it's not knocking or ticking or anything like that. And they do tell you if it has catalytic converters, and they'll show you a picture of the converters. So if you come from a state where it's important to have catalytic converters, you will know that part. And as we can clearly see right here, this one sold for $4,550. Now, that's just the bid price. There's probably on something like this, it's probably going to be like $1,000 to $1,200 of fees added to that. I'll show you later, but there'll be another number below that while you're bidding that you can see how much you're really racking up. So this is just a bid amount. This is not what you pay at the end of the day. And another truck I was interested in was this right here, this 2014 Dodge Ram 1500. It sold for kind of a similar price, $4,900 on that one. This one was pretty good. It actually looks better than Chevy. It has a few more miles. It has 211,000 miles. It's a 14, so it's newer. It went in a gear, so it's got keys. It went in a gear. That's what we know about this one. And we can see it doesn't have any imprints on the tires. It's actually got some nice rims on it, if that's your thing. Toolbox in the back. It looks like it had a 5.7 in it, I imagine, but yeah, the rim was broke right here, so that may have been impounded for something. They may have got, I don't know what happened. I don't want to speculate, but it's hard telling what it got impounded for. But it has a messed up rim there. I imagine that had something to do with it. Could have been a stolen vehicle and it was left somewhere as well. But $4,900 plus, probably another $1,000 or so in auction fees. Is it worth it? It might be. It seems a little bit high for it at auction, but you should be able to make some money off of that one. All right, let's jump right back into the live feed and let's see what we have going on here. Okay, one car they always have in the auction is the old Chevy Impala. There's always a few of them in here, and this is no exception. What's this? 09, 200,000 miles on it, keys, went in the gear, all that stuff. It's got a $400 bid on it right now. I mean, it's an okay car. This is a tax season car. Oh, this one looks like it was stolen. Sale pending. Oh, nope, it's still going. It's a little beat up.
New bidder.
But, it has the 3500 engine in it, which is pretty good. It's a little dirty on the inside. Let's see if it goes through this time. $450 that sold for. Running and driving Impala, that is always a good one to have around tax season. They snatch those things up just like that. $450. Let's see, what would fees be on that? You're looking, it's a little over $1,000, probably $1,100, give or take on that one. Cleaned up, fixed the window on that. You're probably looking about $3,000 during tax season, maybe $3,500. So money to be made. You might have to wait a little bit until people start getting their tax checks in and spending money. Nobody's really spending money right now. I mean, it's slow in the auto market. Another really good one to have here is the Honda Civic. This is probably one of the best cars to buy, in the entire auction. This is an 03 right here with 176,000 miles on it. Keys, runs, went into gear. Perfectly okay car. But notice it doesn't look great. It needs some hubcaps on it. It needs to be detailed up. It's got the little 4-cylinder engine in it, 176,000 miles. That's perfectly fine for a Honda. The interior is in okay shape. Automatic transmission. I mean, what more do you need on that? Now, everybody else knows that it's a good car, so it's being bid up a little bit higher than some. Now, this is $1,025 on it, and if you want to bid like $1,100, you can't hardly see it, but they're trying to hide it here. Your total price with fees way down here at the bottom is $1,300, so you're paying $300. So now it's 11, so that's 14.5. So you're paying, $351 in fees on this bid amount. So even though you can't see it very good, come down here and look at this number way down here at the bottom in the small print and half hidden behind the help tab. So there it goes. $1,100, about $1,500 with auction fees and all that other good stuff. But definitely a good deal. Again, tax season, double in price, easy. Now, I do go out there and I look at these vehicles beforehand, and unfortunately, they don't let us video anymore at the police impound auctions for security reasons, whatever that means. I don't know. You have to ask them. You can go ask them. It's like, why don't you allow the public to video a public event? But anyway, one of the cars that I saw that it was kind of interesting, I thought about it, but I'm not a Mitsubishi fan, is this 2018 Mitsubishi Mirage. Now, we can tell right here, it wasn't an accident, but I looked at it, and it's not that bad. Most of it's just cosmetic on the bumper cover right here.
Next on the block.
This one's getting ready to come up in a couple minutes, but a little bit of damage here. New
bidder.
Bumper cover on that one.
New bidder.
It's got a little bit of damage on the side right here, but this is a 2018 with 108,000 miles on it. Mitsubishi, these little Mitsubishi cars, they're not great. It's got a little boink right there in the back
Next
too.
on the block.
Is this one getting ready to come up? Where are we at here? Hold on. Let's see if this one's coming up for bid. Yep, it's up for bid now. So let's see what it goes for. It's got $800 bid on it right now. Again, we come down here to our total price with fees. It's $1,086.
New bidder.
And they're bidding in, they're bidding in,
New bidder.
they're bidding in $75 increments this time. Normally, on the lesser cars, they'll bid in $50 increments, but when they think they can get a little extra money on a better car, they'll raise it up to 75. So you have to pay attention to that too. This is your bid, your current bid, and then look down here and do a little math, and you can see that is that's $75 bid increment there. But they don't they don't tell you that. You got to figure that one out on your own. So $1,700 is bid up to down, 13 and 17 on the fees. So $1,700. Let's see if it goes for 1710, not really 1325. That would be a good deal. But yeah, it's dented a little bit. It needs a door, it needs two bumpers, probably about $500 worth of stuff there. So there you go. It's sold and it's out of there. I'd say that was an okay deal. Mitsubishi is just your low buck vehicle. If you need a car and don't want to spend a whole lot of money, you go buy a Mitsubishi. Again, another tax season car. Now, if you are good at body work and you want to make some money, I think this would be a good one right here. And this is a 2019 Chevy Equinox, but it's been wrecked. But it only has 45,000 miles on it. That is good right there. But look at this. She's been crashed, but we look at the wheel. The wheel is not leaning or anything, so I think the wheel and the suspension is okay. And we're just dealing with some cosmetics, bumper cover, fender. We don't know if there's any damage along there, but probably easily could be pulled, and it looks like that door's damaged as well. I looked at that, but I can't remember exactly. Might be a little bit of damage here, but this is a 2019. But then again, it's going for some good money. So $4,800, almost $6,000. See, the fees really start to go up on you. So make sure you watch these fees. Almost $6,000 it's at. This is pretty much 5,000. So this is 6,000. So that's over $1,000 worth of fees right there. So there it goes.
Next on the block.
Somebody's going to fix it up. Somebody's going to make some money on that one. But again, make sure you look at that little dollar amount at the very bottom. They really stick it to you. The higher that price goes, the higher those fees goes. It's not just one set fee. It's not just $350 on every car. It's a percentage. So the more you pay, the higher you pay. So they were paying a little over $1,000 in auction fees. Okay, we're getting ready to look at one that I was
New bidder.
really interested in. No, that's not it. But as you can see, we have another Chevy Impala. So
Sold.
it's $500. It runs and drives. So yeah, there's that. I think this one, next one coming up, is the one that I was interested in. Nope, that's not it either. So this one popped up, and I was kind of interested in it, but it's a Ford. I'm not a big fan of Ford. Fusion, right? 192,000 miles on it. It's kind of high miles. It says it went into gear, but it's in pretty good shape. They only have like $800 on it right now, which is $1,080 right now with fees on it. But man, that's pretty good. It kind of makes me want to bid on it, but then we come here and we see there's check engine light on, low tire pressure with, and that's no big deal. It's just 192,000 on one of these. I don't know how long these last. That may be good miles on it, but I haven't had enough experience. I've had like one of these, and I only paid like $500 for it. So this one's a little bit higher than I want to go, but it might be a good car. The other thing is it has this mark on it. That means it was parked somewhere it shouldn't be. And sold for $800 plus fees, but that's a maybe. Now the one I really like, a lot of people don't like them for some reason, is this Ford Taurus. A lot of people didn't like these, especially back in the day, but I mean, it's a 99 and it's still around. So it must be a pretty decent car. Has 140,000 miles on it, went in a gear. So I would say that this one was probably maintained pretty good through most of his life to, have made it this far and not driven a lot with only 140,000 miles on it. I looked at this one and I really liked it. I mean, it only brought $500 and I really wasn't paying attention, and I should have been paying attention instead of talking to you, and I probably should have bought that. But anyway, moving on. See, that's the only problem with this auction. It moves kind of fast. I mean, they got like, what I say, 135 cars here, and they need to get through this. I mean, it already takes like 2 hours to go through that many cars, so they move it on along. If nobody bids on it, you have like 20 to 30 seconds in order to make the bid after people stop bidding on the car. So about 30 seconds, give or take, when they stop. So you got to jump in there, make up your mind. So that's why you need to make a list and go through, see how much you're willing to pay, write that down, and then go in and just start bidding and pay attention to what you're doing. Now, if you like to gamble, right here is a 2010 Chevy Equinox. Good tax time sale card, but there's no keys to it, so we don't know if it runs or anything. That is the problem. But it's boom, just sold for $500 just like that, and it had a pretty good body on it and everything. So another great tax season car that went really cheap. So I don't know how much it's going to cost to have some keys made for something like that. That's the only problem. I would say $150 maybe you're adding on to that, and then you're taking a risk. Will it run? So there's that. Sometimes you have to gamble. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. Next, we have one that's kind of iffy. Some people think they're okay. Some people just absolutely hate them. But it's the Dodge Journey. But this is a 2015. I usually say that anything that's about 2015 and above is usually pretty good. I mean, this already has 215,000 miles on it. So again, it made it that far. So must not be too bad. It's got a couple of dings on it. It's got $975 on it right now. The engine, The engine looks okay. There was a video of it running. It sounded fine. Still pending at $975 plus, about another $500. So it's a running driving car for like $1,200, $1,300, something like that. So
New bidder.
again, tax season car. You need to buy these cars and I would just sit on them. Nobody has any money right now, and stuff is definitely not selling very good at all. So that means people are not buying anything, and because they don't have the money to buy it. You know what's going to happen as soon as tax season gets here? They're going to have some money, and they're not buying cars now. So when they have money, they're going to buy cars. And if you have a few cars sitting around, then you're going to be able to sell those cars at probably double what you got into them without any problems. But for right now, this is just stock up season until tax refund season comes around. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, last tax refund season was not very good at all. And yeah, no, it wasn't. But again, I've been searching through YouTube and watching all the other car salesman people, and stuff's not looking good. There's a lot of companies that are going out of business, a lot of big car sales that are going out of business because people aren't buying cars. People don't have the money. Sales are down, and people still need cars. They're holding on to their junk cars, trying to get them through until they have enough money to buy something a little bit better. So I'm pretty sure that this tax season is going to be like twice of what last tax season was. So cars are going to sell, and I at least plan on stocking up on I don't know, 5, 6 cars. Not a whole lot, but a few, make a little bit of money. Now, you can't go wrong with a Honda, and this CRV right here, they're always expensive. It's $1,800. Let's see if they sell that one. Boom, they sold that one right there.
On the block.
That jumped up quick. Now, a car that I did look at and that I have already bought a similar one to is this caliper right here. And I think mine's a 2009 too, but mine got wrecked a little bit in the front. And I looked at this one. This one's been wrecked, and it really needs a new bumper cover. But for some reason, this one is going for $825. I only paid like $500 for mine all in. It was a one and done bid. So they got $1,300, $975, $1,300 on this. But this is the same year and everything. The difference is this is an RT instead of just a base model that mine is. But an RT on a caliper, it pretty much it's equivalent to this nice shiny red center and some fancy cloth seats with red on them. I mean, that's pretty much it. I think it has about the same mileage as mine does as well. $1,200. I mean, I would be very happy selling mine for $1,200 right now. After I get the bumper fixed on it, I'm putting on a rear bumper and I'm putting on a front bumper, and it'll pretty much look like this car, except it's the orange color, about the same orange as on this dashboard right here. But this car's bringing pretty good money. I'm surprised. I was going to bid on this because I didn't think it would do very good. I was willing to give about $1,000 on it, but definitely not 13, and definitely not the 1,700 with the auction fees that it's bringing. I cannot believe this car is doing so well. So now that makes me want to get out and get mine fixed. So watch for that video. I will go through my caliper and get it set up. $1,400, $1,825 in fees, $1,825 with fees, almost $2,000. A couple more bids. If they get it, they'll be $2,000. There's one more, $1,980. One more bid, and it will be over $2,000. So they got a $1,500 bid on it. So I mean, this is basically $2,000 right here for this car, which seems kind of high to me, but. The bumper's damaged. It's got some scrapes on it, and it's got the white marks on the tires, which worries me.
Sold.
There it is. $1,500, $1,980 with the auction fees. That was kind of pricey for that car. Okay, here's one that is, it always goes kind of high for what it is. This is a '07 Crown Vic. It's got 975. See, they're even doing $75 increments on this. This one doesn't even have any keys. We don't know if it runs. Don't even know how many miles it has on it. It's a pretty solid car, but I looked at it. I opened up the hood, and it seemed a little dirty, like it hadn't been run for a long time. But it just sold for $975 plus auction fees, about $1,300 on that one. But those things always sell for a pretty good penny. People race them. Thanks, Cletus McFarland, for running Crown Vics and making them race cars and crashing all of them. So anyway, but if you can get a good deal on a Crown Vic, you can usually get some pretty good money. But this Camaro right here, man, it has T-tops, and the T-tops are off. I don't know how long it's been sitting. Looks like it has a V6 in it.
Sold.
It only sold for $400.
Next on the block.
And I got to believe that might have been a pretty good deal on that one. Don't know. I really didn't want to risk it on that one.
New bidder.
These little Colorados here too, for some reason, seem to sell when they're running. Most of the time they're not, but this one only has 136,000 on it. Has keys, runs, went into gear, all that fun stuff. I mean, it had a pretty decent body on it.
New bidder.
Little tonneau cover. That's a 4-cylinder automatic, 136 on it. It's a pretty fair truck. Trucks always bring pretty decent money. This one's at $1,400, $1,500, $2,000 with auction fees on that one, but it's doing, whoops, what is that? Get out of here. Yeah, they show you the underneath of it. Looks pretty good. $2,152 on that one so far. So little trucks bring good money. If you can get these cheap, try to find them. A $1,650 bid on it right now, but you should be able to jump in. But it does have the little mark on it. I don't like the little mark on the tires, but you probably jump in there and at least get out of the lot with it. But with that kind of mileage on it, what I say, yeah, 136, you should be able to get down the road on that, and they know it. It's bringing pretty decent money. $2,300, almost $2,400 on it right now. See, is that a $100 bid? It is. They actually put a $100 bid on this one. So bid increments are $100. Wow. I didn't even know they did that. That's why you've really got to pay attention to this stuff. This is going in $100 increments. So even the auction house knows that these are worth a little bit more money, and you can do better on it. So $2,300 sold for $2,300. Wow.
Next on the block.
That's crazy. So there's not a whole bunch I'm really interested in. That's really great. This auction is a little bit weak. You know, you get those weeks. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they have a bunch of good cars. Sometimes it's just a bunch of crashed and stuff we don't really care about. This one wasn't great, but it was okay. And there was some deals in there, and there was some not so great deals in there. But this website here. Let's look at it. It's called Artura. That's about the best I can say it. It's Autura, or Arturo, something like that. And you can just Google Artura.com. It used to be called Joyride.com. Sometimes it's easier to put in Joyride Auto Auctions, and it just goes right to this site anyway. But yeah, there's a bunch of different auctions that you can go to. It's not just Indianapolis. Indianapolis just happens to be a big one. There's Indianapolis. Cincinnati has some new auctions coming soon. Chicago, but half of those are restricted for whatever reason. And they've added St. Louis. It only has one not restricted. Down the street, Kansas City, Detroit, Nashville, North Virginia. Is that new? Right? Durham, Riley, the Twin Cities, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, Alamero. Oh my gosh, you know what it is. San Antonio, El Paso, Phoenix, and Nevada, and California, a bunch of California. So San Jose, all that good stuff. Bay Area. So all of those you can buy in if you're close. So any one of those places, if you're close by, you can get go to the auction. Just go scroll through there and check out the auction information. You might want to call them up and double check what kind of paperwork you're getting, because the paperwork's different in each individual state. So if I go to Texas, maybe I can't bid in Texas or file the paperwork in Indiana from Texas, or maybe I have to file it in Texas and then refile it again in Indiana. So got to be careful. If you're an out-of-state bidder, definitely check first. Even if you're in-state, check. In Indianapolis here, they give you one form. You take that down to the license branch and you give them that form, and then they mail you back a title. Does that work in other states? If you're from Illinois and you come to Indiana, will they honor that form in Illinois? I don't know. You have to call your local license branch and figure that out for yourself. So do your homework first before you bid on these cars. But that's how it goes. It's a pretty good system. It works pretty well. And go out there and buy some cars and get ready for tax refund season that's coming soon. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rat Garage. Until next time.